It's late summer 2015. The air is starting to get crisp as fall creeps into view. You are sitting in your vehicle in the driveway of your house. The aux cable from your phone wraps like a snake from the audio port on your phone to the car stereo. From the podcast playing, you just found out that they found a bloody t-shirt in the dumpster down the street from the victim's house. You can't wait to find out what happens next. And boom, this segment is brought to you by Cold Cases, Murder, Podcasts, and Armchair Detectives. The world has changed what is entertainment. We saw it in 2015, a rise in fascination with the dark world of murder. It was everywhere. Serial killers were almost made into stars of the real-world horror stories they lived. But it's 2023. Where did they all go? Why did the podcast killer craze die? Pun intended. Sure, Sword and Scale is still out there, but it's not as mainstream anymore. My take? Netflix. If you go to Netflix and scroll long enough, you get to a tagged section such as provocative documentaries and thrillers and mystery. Something that was at one time all wrapped up into a genre of horror or drama. Now it has its own little niche. Today, we're going to talk about my top picks for the best Netflix-created crime drama content on the platform. Grab your Sherlock hat and notepad. Let's dive in. To note, all content discussed ahead is or was available on Netflix in the United States on or around the release of this video in June of 2023. Number 1. The Staircase. A Hidden Life. Following the suspicious death of his wife, Michael Peterson, close family and friends, as well as lawyers and detectives, recount this mystery murder. What about that fireplace poker? Number 2. Making a Murder. The worldwide sensation that crossed over the serial killer podcast based to film. Stephen Avery. Love him or hate him, you probably can't look away. An enigmatic man on his search for justice. Check your shoes at the door before you come into Montauk County. 3. Mindhunter. A true-to-life story of Will Graham from the Hannibal Lecter universe. This story follows how the FBI in the 1970s starts to look at the act of killing and the minds behind the murder weapon. Season 1 is a rush all the way up to, quote, the hug. 4. Dahmer, Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story. The infamous serial killer is depicted by Evan Peters, X-Men, American Horror Story star, and is a dark and gritty dive into the adolescence and adult life of one of the most known serial killers. It's just some bad pork chops, man. 5. Extremely wicked, shockingly evil, and vile. Another star-studded depiction of a well-known serial killer. Zac Efron and Jim Parsons star in this telling of the weird life of Ted Bundy. With a face like that, no wonder women loved him, even to the end. 6. Night Stalker, the hunt for a serial killer. Lock your doors and turn this one on. An eerie telling of the rising body count out of LA in 1984 by Richard Ramirez. Good luck sleeping tonight. 7. The hatchet-wielding hitchhiker. Kai, the most recent serial killer on this list. The story recounts the events around 2013 of a nomad with a hatchet and probably some magic mushrooms. Thanks to Jimmy Kimmel, this man was known nationwide. Did I mention your favorite? Miss any must-sees? Leave a comment below with your picks, and as always, thanks for the likes, subscription, and shares. Peace!